Yeah, again, my dad had a fan, the fan replaced with a 4-bladed fan. I was there when he picked it up, and he said it was because it was overheating during these slow parades, and it needed more air circulation across the engine. What I don't know is if it really made a difference for him, because at that time he was pretty much slowing down going to parades.
Typically, if you overheat with a 2-bladed fan, you're going to overheat with a 4-bladed fan.
Okay.
You need to go get.
But it's a story. I mean, it's a story of remembrance of my dad, who absolutely loved his Model A. Back into the shop.
Get the rest of the tools that I think, unless we continue to find things that are not stock,
Oh,
I think, if it's correct, would be 7/8.
huh.
I don't think we're missing a grommet, but save that grommet anyway, just in case.
There's another washer down there. That's about the size of this one here.
Yeah, I think that one was up
Okay.
here.
That was what attached the radiator.
Let's see, is that 7/8? It has to be loosened so the fan belt will come off so we can pull the water pump off.
The belt looks pretty decent from here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that fan belt.
Okay.
And all we're going to do is loosen it.
There we go.
Wow, you don't know. Oh, is there a bracket? Most of them have a bracket.
Well, there's a...
That's a timing deal someone put on there. I don't know why. Model A's don't use those, but that doesn't mean you can't use one. This one was just held on with friction.
Ooh.
There. Okay, now.
So far, there's been nothing that I've noticed that's seized on unusually.
No, and I wouldn't have expected that with a relatively recent restoration. I mean, it's an older restoration, but it's not so old that everything should be seized up.
Yeah, the engine Steve rebuilt about 10 years ago, I think. But again, the fan blade, he didn't take out the water pump to replace that, did he?
He wouldn't have had to, but a lot of people will pull the water pump off to replace the fan.
So besides your own Model A's, have you worked on a lot of others?
I have restored Dennis's town sedan. I have worked on his coupe, or I mean his roadster. I built an engine. I've rebuilt at least a dozen Model A engines.
Jeez.
And I rebuilt Mike Nannenhorn's 29 Roadster engine so he could sell it.
Now that answered my question about something being seized up.
It's not seized up, it's just
Snug.
snug, and not all of these fasteners had washers underneath them, and this is one place where they should have had a fastener underneath them. I mean, a washer.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with this water pump, then we're going to have to pull the head, and what we'll do is pull the intake and outlet first, just to see if we can see a blockage.
I'm kind of hoping it's the water pump,
I certainly am.
but to what do you call them? To rethread the spark plugs, you have to remove the head for that?
You don't have to. We can use a vacuum cleaner and
Get the debris out.
yeah.
Did you expect that to come right off? A persuader. Some of the parts that have been removed. Joe's got his persuader tools.
Start with a soft persuader. Oh, we got some movement. Sometimes the sealant is, I mean, yours did not leak. Well,
There we go.
there doesn't look to be anything wrong with that water pump, unfortunately.
Oh, jeez.
So,
Now, how do you tell so instantly?
well, so because you got an impeller on it, and the impeller is fastened to the, and there's nothing wrong with that impeller. This one is not pinned, I don't think, but it's definitely fastened on, doesn't leak, and so that's not the problem.
Is there any lubrication involved with the water pump that you need to do?
Well, so it depends. You always lubricate the front one, but on a leakless water pump, the back one is permanently lubed, and you don't have to lubricate that one. I don't know if yours is a leakless pump or not. Typically, you would pull this off and put a shot of grease in there.
Does that have a...
Yeah, that's the old style grease fitting.
Okay.
So this is a correct water pump, even though it's not painted the right color.
Okay. What color should it be painted?
Green. All cast iron on a Model A is green.
Oh, okay.
With the exception of the exhaust manifold.
So, but the main engine block is the right color, so
Yeah.
should the water pump.
And so these necks, that's cast iron, they should be green. The intake manifold should be green, yours is. Just the exhaust manifold should be kind of a silver color. You got a different problem if this thing is overheating. I'm not sure I'm gonna pull that head. I have heard where if the timing is incorrect, they will overheat, but yours starts very well and idles fine and seems to run fine, other than the fact that it just gets hot very quickly. The radiator flows water, and that water pump is obviously working. So we're going to pump water through the head tomorrow and out the inlet and test and see if there's something going on there. As a last resort, we'll pull the head and see if the head is clogged up with something, but I'm beginning to think it isn't. So I'm curious. I'm not sure what the overheating problem is right now.
The oddities that we do know is that the distributor shaft is an unusual height.
That's a kind of a red flag, but I wouldn't have thought that would cause overheating. There's definitely a problem with that distributor, and I have another one for you. We'll replace it tomorrow. Unless I find something definitive, we'll probably end up pulling the head.
Okay.
And it's not that big a deal. Once the distributor's out, the head will come off. We've already done the hard work. We'll pull the head off, put a new gasket on, and clean the head up and check and make sure that the head is free. We'll blow air through it, all the ports, and make sure there's not a blockage. I mean, he might have used a tractor head gasket, and it's blocked some of the water passages.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a thought, yeah.
It didn't used to overheat. It just suddenly started overheating.
Well, like I said, my dad put on that fan blade because it was overheating, but it was during parades is what he claimed, but that's what he did. He went to parades and to...
Well, if it's had an overheating problem since it's been overhauled, then it's possible there's...
Could be a
some other
gasket
issue.
or something.
Anyway, we'll take a good look at it. Together a new water pump.
Yeah.
The pin, pin is what holds to the shaft. This is not new, it's rebuilt. And this is the kit for the gas tank float that won't
Oh, yeah.
sink.
Okay.
It's impervious to alcohol fuels, so that's for the gas tank. Now the distributor We have a correct distributor. It's all set up brand new. And it looks like an original. This is fake. So this has the same top modern points and condenser that yours has. So it's identical to yours, only basically new, with new bushings, lubricated cam, and points are set. We'll just time it. And with the new shaft. But the other thing is, yours has the incorrect armored cable.
Yes.
And so we'll put the correct armored cable on it.
Wow, okay.
To make it the way it's supposed to be. I think we have the correct hardware. I'm not 100% sure about the radiator springs yet. I have some extra fuel stuff here we probably won't need, but just in case, you know, like one of these jobs, we'll take this one off and put the good one that doesn't sink on it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And then we have the special tools. This is for dealing with your stud.
Yeah, which is cross-threaded and doesn't hold the lug on anymore.
Right, and depending, I can't remember which, the fronts are different than the backs, as you can see. And I can't remember which is front and which is back. So when we get it off, we'll know, and then we'll have the right one. But those are new, and they have to be swedged.
That's what that pressure machine you have?
Yeah, that's what the press is for and what these tools are for. In here, we have to grind the flange off. What we do is we put the hub in, and this goes down over and grinds. This will be swedged on yours, and it won't come out. It'll spin, but it won't come out. And so we'll put this on, and we'll cut that off.
Oh, jeez.
And then we'll put the new one on, and then the new one, we'll put this in the press, and that'll put a new flange on it and press it in so it doesn't spin. Now, they're supposed to be locked. You can see here,
Yeah.
that would prevent, this goes up against the side of that flat spot goes up against the side of the drum, and I think this goes in the back.
That would prevent you
And
sort of
it would
turning.
prevent it from spinning. So that makes me curious if they put the right one in yours, and why it would be spinning. That makes no sense to me, unless the nut is just stripped.
Yeah, I've purchased and tried a number of nuts, and they all behave the same way.
So the stud could be stripped, in which case that could be the issue, and in which case we'll fix that. That's for rethreading the spark plug holes. And this is for getting the gas tank out. So I think we've got everything we need. And I noticed a couple of your discussions were boogered up, so I got a couple extras that we could probably use. The metal.
I know this is out there, but recall the dash light having arced and
Yeah, we'll take
burned
a look
up.
at that when we pull out the
Yeah.
dash and see what the...
I have the old one. Should I bring it in? The light is still good, I believe.
Yeah,
It's
if
just
you
the
have
wire.
old one, bring it in. We'll take
Okay.
a look at it and see if we can correct that.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm a little disappointed that there wasn't anything definitive on the radiator or the water pump.
Well, I look at it this way. It'll give a collaborative investigation for tomorrow's.
You've got some corrosion there.
Firewall is not pretty anymore.
And this isn't the color of the engine block. This is different. This is the color of the body.
Oh.
So I can't use engine paint on the firewall. It would darken it too much.
Okay. Two different colors of green.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a different kind of green.
And that's by intent, by design.
We got all the hard work done.
Yeah, so we got the hard work done for today. Actually, Joe did, I observed, helped a couple of times, but this has been fun and learning experience for me. And tomorrow, when we have a few more people here with us with expertise on Model A's, they can help with continuing this investigation and working on some other issues.
What?
So what do you think is the problem?
Okay, well, so if you take this original radiator and you lift it up I mean, that thing must weigh 35, 40 pounds. This is a radiator that was in your truck, and it doesn't weigh anything.
Huh.
And it's brass, there's no question, but it doesn't have the depth of the coolant fins or the number of fins that this radiator has. So I suspect that that is an aftermarket radiator that's not up to keeping your engine cool. The proof of the pudding will be to put this radiator in it and see if it overheats.
Makes sense to me. How would you know until you take it off? I can easily lift this one up with one hand, my left hand. And
I can tell just
the width.
just the width. This is a skinnier radiator.
And this one, there's no way. I can't even put my hand around it, for one thing. I could maybe sort of lift it with my left hand, but it's hugely more robust.
It must weigh twice as much.
At least. All right. Well, if we figured it out in one day, you are a hero.
Well, wait till I get a radiator in and it cools.